Hello and welcome to the Long Island Weather Update. Unfortunately, we're entering a period of really crappy weather starting tonight. We already had a couple of showers around. Today wound up being, I had sun in the morning and then the clouds kind of rolled in. It was kind of just, had some sprinkles around, some showers that were trying to reach the ground. But luckily, I have avoided most of it. Well, that's going to be harder to do in the next coming days. You can see the mess that's heading toward us. Look at all these low pressure systems. Ugh, man. What a mess. So, looking at the satellite now, you can see the thicker clouds starting to stream in. We'll go look at the CONUS view. And you'll see here, this is our storm system, another big lumbering storm system. Look, there's another one over there. So, yeah, we got more of this to deal with. Looking at the radar right now, we have some showers that have been mainly over New Jersey, but some have drifted over Nassau County and Long Island. And then a much bigger area of rain off to the south over the mid-Atlantic. And then we have some other areas of rain over Tennessee and stuff. Now, no severe weather right now. I think that's all been dropped. Yeah, we just have a few isolated severe thunderstorm warnings. There's some air quality alerts, though, on the map here. Probably still due to some residual wildfire smoke. It's kind of surprising we even have it down south a little bit, which is kind of interesting. And even one in Arizona. So, anyway, what's going on in our area? Well, it's not going to be air quality. It's going to be an issue. It's just going to be wet, miserable weather. And that's what we're going to get into here right now. So, temperatures right now around 60. Definitely feeling a little more humidity in the air today. Let's look at the highs. And temperatures on Long Island got into the mid-60s. And look at that. Wow. A lot hotter in Jersey. They we're in the mid-70s. No surprise with the southwesterly flow that Jersey would be a little bit warmer. And there was a little more of a sea breeze. But some areas in the middle island and North Shore got up into the 70s. Let's look at the lows. Probably nothing too remarkable. Yeah, only low 50s. Somehow Jersey was able to drop back into the 40s. I guess they were had enough of a clear sky and a light wind to get them into the 40s, but lows are generally 50s. And yes, we were probably above normal today, so let's go ahead and look at our high for the day at Islip, high of 67. Well, actually not that much. That's actually a degree below normal, low of 53. That was 3 degrees above normal. So only degree above normal, high of 67 and a low of 53. Central Park was warmer, the high of 72 and a low of 55. And just 1 degree above normal. So this is kind of normal for this time of the year. You'll notice Central Park's already gotten 0.92 inches of rain, and Islip's already gotten, month to date, 1.40, and we're going to add to that quite a bit over the coming days and perhaps a week as we're dealing with all these systems around. Looking at the radar, again, this is the radar, and you can see, yeah, look at that, all that rain, very slow-moving, lumbering low-pressure system that we get to deal with. So let's look at the model. Let's look at the models and take a look at the latest 18Z GFS here that we have. And unfortunately, we thought was going to say the south's going to come back up into our area. So see, we're going to have some light rain to start the day, and then it could get heavier. And there's some debate on whether that heavier rain winds up actually getting in here for the evening. But you see that coastal low that's forming. That's going to cut off. So it's going to keep the precipitation chances around. Yep, right on Thursday, you can see it cutting off. And then maybe a little break on Friday, and then here we go again, Saturday night into Sunday. Here comes the next system, another rainy Sunday with another lumbering coastal low-pressure system that's going to probably linger into Monday. And then maybe we clear out by Tuesday into Wednesday, and then, well, we'll have to see what happens past that. But it's a very wet pattern, and it sucks. It really does. And the models seem to now coming into an agreement on that pattern that we're going to have. So let's go and look at our HRRR, our local short-range model here. We'll see how this handles it. So you can see the showers, and we're going to be dealing with some showers in the morning, some light rain, mainly just light, and then it breaks up, and then there's an area of heavy rain that forms to the south, and this is what's tricky. So you have this low pressure here, and you can see that it's forming to the south over the ocean. How far north does it get? Now, the HRRR seems to think that overnight, now later Thursday night, we're going to get back into it and get some more showers, and then look what happens Thursday. Yep, your Thursday is going to be dealing with rain on and off, showers, drizzle. It's going to really be a crappy day. So not only will you have one crappy day, we have 2 crappy days. And it's because this low is just going to cut off and just sit there because, well, we don't really have a big jet stream to move things along. We have a fragmented split jet stream, as I showed you yesterday. And this is what you get when you have that. And so even look at this, Thursday night, still dealing with some shower activity on the HRRR here. We'll go to the NAM next. And I don't have enough of the 0Z NAM in, so we can look at the 18Z NAM as well. And NAM's a little different, so we still some disagreement here. The NAM has the steadier rain coming in the morning, and then kind of drying up by the afternoon. And then here comes that second round later in the evening, and again, that's going to linger into Thursday. The NAM, again, has it just lingering Thursday, and then maybe by later in Thursday, maybe it could finally end. Maybe. But this is a very slow-moving, lumbering system. So we're going to look at the total accumulated precip on this. The NAM is now east. It seems like it's getting more rain east now for Long Island and near the Jersey Shore. 1 to possibly 2 inches of rain now on the NAM showing. We can look at the HRRR. And go to the 0Z HRRR. Yeah, should be another 1 to 2 inches of rain. It looks like the worst of it over Long Island. So, yeah, I know. It sucks, man. It really does suck. And this is going to be one of those stretches where you're just going to be stuck indoors. It's absolutely ridiculous. We'll look at the dew points wind flow. So you're going to have that east wind. The air's pretty moist as well, even though we have the east wind. So plenty of moisture to keep that rain going into Thursday, too. Even when it's not raining, there's probably going to be drizzle around. And the temperature of the dew point's actually going to probably wind up being pretty close as well. So, yeah, the temperature's not that far off the dew points. It does show it, oddly enough, the HRRR wants to warm things up in Suffolk County for a little bit tomorrow afternoon. For whatever reason, maybe it brings a little bit of sun out. I don't know why it does that. I'm not buying that personally. I think we're going to be mainly in the upper 50s and low 60s. And that's where we're going to be overnight. Not much of a diurnal range. And cooler on Thursday. Thursday is probably going to be the worst day. We're going to be dealing with temperatures again in the upper 50s and low 60s. And rain and drizzle all day long. So, yeah, Thursday looks like it might actually wind up being worse right now. It really does suck. And again, let me go back to the GFS here. Go back to the GFS. So this is the GFS, and I want to look at total accumulated precip on the GFS. It seems like we have that agreement now. GFS a little bit different now. The 18Z, the GFS run seems to like to keep it over here. I'm not necessarily buying that, though. I'm not necessarily buying that. That would be nice. It would keep most of the rain off over the east end. I'm not necessarily buying that. I'm really not. Because when we go ahead and we look at this, which, let's see if it was, yeah, we can do this here. Yeah. Look at all the moisture in the air. I mean, that's a lot of moisture. It's showing. It actually has some pretty thick moisture over in the morning, and you can see it, all right, Thursday you can see it tries to bring the drier air in. That's the difference. I don't think we have this parameter on the NAM, but I'm sure that if we were looking at the NAM, that profile would be different. But I don't think the NAM has it. No, it does not. I don't know if the NAM 3 does. I don't know what models have that. I think it's only the GFS, and maybe the European has it. Let's see if the European has it. Nope. Oh, it does. All right, so let's look at the European now. All right, so again, you see that moisture that's going to be with us, that deep green. And then Thursday, still dealing with it, wrapping around that low. That's why it's going to linger around. Then we got a break on Friday, and then, boom, look at this. We're back into it on Saturday again. So, yeah, this is just an absolutely ridiculous pattern that we're in. Now, the AI does not have that, but we can look at the AI and look at total accumulated precip. We do have that. So this kind of shows us. And the Euro's got a different scenario. The Euro keeps us much drier, the Euro AI. It has more of the rain off to the southwest. The models don't know how to handle. It's like I said, I tendency not to believe the Euro. I have a tendency to believe the GFS more at this. Well, the GFS also kind of dry. Let's go look at the Icon model. Icon, so it has it patchy. has the heavier rain over there. So that's as far out as we got. But they're really having a lot of trouble with this. So it still makes things very hard to forecast, especially what happens tomorrow night and Thursday. That's the variable, because we still have the GFS showing that, and if we look at the FV3, which is the higher resolution version of the GFS, probably we have enough, some of the zero Z. Let's look at this zero Z guidance here for a moment. So you see, it has a couple of showers there, and then Wednesday you can see it has that light rain, and then it kind of just dries up the light rain for whatever reason, and it has this low. Just because there's not light rain here doesn't mean it won't be drizzling, and then it has this low over here. It's as far out as we've got on this particular run. But they are kind of all over the place still. There's still some uncertainty here. You can also look at the RGEM as well. This is the RGEM. Again, showing that heavier rain coming in tomorrow night. I think that's when the heavier rain more likely would be tomorrow night into overnight to Thursday. But you can see it could just linger around through Thursday. Then we get that one break on Friday. I mean, it's ridiculous, and it's such a small little break. If we look at the sky cover here, don't expect any sun tomorrow or Thursday. On Friday, really not looking good either for sunshine if we were to look at the RGEM. However, different models have different opinions on this. The NAM, which doesn't go far enough out. Let's see what the NAM does here. It almost forms an eye on that thing. The NAM looks a little bit better for Friday, so, but I don't think really it's going to be much better than partly sunny at this point. It's just absolutely ridiculous. It really, really is. Back to GFS here. Let's use the radar simulation. Again, so here's the GFS. And honestly, I think it's been too dry, honestly, but it does seem to think that we have that second bout on Thursday, and then that one break, and then here we go. Look at this. Saturday, we're dealing with more rain again. Saturday, the whole weekend could be a washout, perhaps lingering into Monday. I mean, this is insane. Tuesday, let's see how much rainfall we've got as of Tuesday. Still not showing that much though. So it's showing maybe 1 to 2 inches on Long Island. I mean, some areas up to 3 inches. So it's hard to say how heavy this rain is going to be at this point. But it's just an endless unsettled pattern that we're stuck in. And like I said, if you can get away from this area, you definitely want it, because you go to there's still some precipitation in Arizona, but not nearly as bad. Even Florida's looking decent. West Coast is looking great. No rain there. Those are the places to go to if you want to get away from this. But for the rest of us, look at this. The whole east, pretty much east of the Rockies, except for Florida, is dealing with all this rain. It's absolutely ridiculous, to say the least. So back to Northeast here. We're going to look at one more model, which I don't like using, but we're going to go ahead and use the HDRPS. This is through Thursday. This is another model here, and again, it's showing less rain in Nassau County, more in eastern Suffolk and on the Jersey Shore. So it's really a crapshoot. Really hard to say what's going to happen, but either way, it's not going to be nice. So let's talk about the wind, because we're going to have to deal with the wind too. Not only you're going to have the rain, but we look at wind gusts here. You can see some areas on Long Island will be wind gusts, some stronger wind gusts closer to the low pressure system over here, mainly out over the ocean. You'll see, though, they kind of make their way north, so we may need some small craft advisories. And it's just Wednesday nights. The winds start getting worse Wednesday night, and I have a feeling they're going to be even worse on Saturday. I mean, not Saturday, Thursday. Yep. Overnight, that's when we're going to really be dealing with that wind-driven rain. So the wind is gusting up to 40. So we may need a wind advisory later Wednesday into Thursday. And look at Thursday starting off with that wind and that rain, and just it's going to be absolutely miserable all day. 30 with that gut, and then it's going to be raining too. So if you look at precipitation, look at this. We got showers all around, probably some drizzle. So it's going to really be a really crappy day. As far as thunderstorm risk, I don't think we see any thunderstorms. I don't see any lightning being indicated on there either. Just going to be showers, basically. You can also look at the sea and see how that reacts as well. This is Thursday. We're looking at Thursday, right? I'm not seeing any indications of any beach erosion here. It's just going to be nasty weather. Um, but they could be. They could always be. Let's go to windy.com. This will be our next model to look at here, and this is the European model, and we can use this to look at certain things. We'll go ahead and look at the sea again with this, because this is actually showing some effects here. I mean, with the wind off from the east like that, I would think that there would be some effects on the sea. So there could very well be some minor coastal flooding. Unless I agree with the other model on that. Now that I see this, and then of course we'll go to visibility, because this kind of shows us what we're dealing with. Even if it's not raining, we could have to deal with a lot of drizzle. So here we are. So this is the visibility here, and you'll see tomorrow all day. It has it all day. Wednesday, all day. Thursday, still lingering. Let's see. Yeah, we don't get out of it at all. 3 o'clock, still dealing with it does seem to dry it out by the evening. Whether we'll actually see that drying or not is another story. These low pressure systems can just drag on. On Friday we get a break, but then look what happened Saturday. I think we get right back. This is the European, though. It looks like it's trying to bring some drizzle into the East End Saturday night. This is the European. Some of the other models are bringing rain in. All right. But right now it looks like your worst of it's going to be tomorrow, and at least most of Thursday. We're going to be stuck in this. So, yeah, gloom and doom weather. I hate it. I've had enough of it. I really have. It's absolutely ridiculous. We've had so much of this. We're tired of it. But again, go back to tropical tidbits here. Again, I'll show you what the jet stream looks like, and you'll see why we have that. Gloom and doom weather, because we have a split bifurcated jet stream that, again, there's your low. Where's the jet stream? There's nothing to move it away. And that's the problem. And, this continues. I mean, just look at this absolutely messed up, dysfunctional jet stream pattern. It's unbelievable. It really is. But this is all, we've all been told about this. If you want to really be somewhere that not dealing with this, you really can't run away from climate change to anywhere. But what you can do, at least in the meantime, is try to get away. So if we look at our forecast from the Weather Service, which I usually don't do, but you see Wednesday, Thursday rain likely. Chance of rain even Thursday night. Then just partly sunny on Friday. Then chance of showers, mostly cloudy. Every day it's got a rain chance until we get to maybe Monday and Tuesday. We might be able to string two. I don't know so much about Monday. Some of the models are slowing that low down. So I'm not so sure. They're being a little optimistic for that. Meanwhile, we put in some other places like Flagstaff, which is going to have great weather. Let's see. All right, we do have a slight chance of showers and haze too. Are they getting? I wonder where they're getting haze. There were some wildfires over there. But then a 20% chance of rain. Other than that, looks like they have sunny every day. After that, look at that, sunny every day, warm 77, the perfect spring weather. We could also go into another place. Let's go and look at another place. Let's go to Laguna Beach. Laguna Beach. California. All right, looks like they do have some patchy fog to start, and then the sun, and it burns off. The sun. I don't see a whole lot of rain chances there either. So, yeah, west. That's where you got to be. Go west, young man, if you want to avoid all this rain. But anyway, that's going to wrap up this Long Island weather update. It's going to suck. Not much time outside. I'm going to go crazy the next couple of days for sure. And I don't know. I just wish I could go somewhere else, but unfortunately, I can't. So that's going to wrap up this Long Island weather update. Have a good night.